Hey there, Britta from Intuitive Health and Healing. Sometimes we find ourselves in a fawn state. When we're in a fawn state, there's a sense that we can't flee, we can't fight, and oftentimes then we'll go into kind of people pleasing or ingratiating, sometimes just self abandoning. It's not uncommon, and it's a really helpful to know if that's a pattern for you. The first thing that I would recommend before you enter into any kind of social environment or connecting up with other people is to first really return to your own center. And one thing that I like to do to help return me into alignment is to review the day and see if my energy is scattered in the different events or people or things that took place during the day. So maybe some of my energy is still with a client. Maybe I'm still thinking about like that near accident on my way from class. Maybe I'm like aware of, making a meal, whatever. Like, where is my mind? Right? Oftentimes, our minds are slightly fragmented. We're usually multitasking and trying to do many things at once. And so our attention is likewise scattered. So, what I like to do is I like to imagine a sun or a bright star on the top of my head. You can just imagine an orb of light, whatever you feel comfortable with. And when you've got that in place and you're imagining or sort of seeing in your mind's eye that ball of light, then you can start to call back where your energies are, right? It's like I'm drawing energy back from the session that's already passed. I am drawing energy away from the dinner that I'm planning on attending. Whatever is coming up for you, right? Maybe you had a tough conversation with a boss, like whatever it is. So just calling all of that back, right? And then when you feel like there is a substantial amount of kind of energy, you feel like you've been able to draw in what was otherwise scattered, then you can invite that ball of light down through the crown, through the third eye. And as this is coming down, it's almost like it's rinsing your entire interior being in light. So through the third eye, through the throat chakra, the heart, through the solar, and then maybe allowing it to rest in the pelvic basin. So in that first root area, just allowing that light to kind of integrate and refuel you. When you're ready, see if that's created any kind of shift for you. I find it so helpful to first take care of me before I'm ready for a social event, because oftentimes when we're social, if we're feeling in some way disconnected or we're feeling scattered or just not in our true alignment, then being social can actually become part of the problem, can be depleting, or can actually exaggerate or amplify some of the discomfort or symptoms that we're noticing around either a fawn response or any other kind of sympathetic dominant circuit. So I hope that that's helpful. When you are feeling like you're more engaged and you'd like to connect with someone, I often find it really helpful to also be in touch with, what do I want? What do I need? What do I prefer? What am I feeling? What am I thinking, right? Like, what are my needs and wishes? And so when I go into a conversation with a friend, for example, I'm going to be aware of, top of mind, the subjects that I'm really curious about or that I'd like to talk about. And sometimes a little journal writing, like a few writing prompts can get you into that space of clarity, so that when you do join another person or a group of people, you can stay in your alignment and you don't have to go into that fawn, appease response. I hope that's helpful, and see you later. Thanks.